Damn, that Zoom voice just freaked me out. This meeting is being recorded. Yes, sir. We are back. Episode 46 of the kPodcast. Got a very special guest here with us tonight. Louie C. Rhymes, coming straight out of NY. How you doing, bro?
What's good, brother? How are you?
Good, man. I appreciate you being here and blessing the mic with me.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. You bring me on. I would love to be here. Thank you, man.
Of course, man. Fan of the music. I've met you before. We don't really know each other too well, so I figure, this would be a good way to, you know what I'm saying?
I remember that we met, but I don't remember where exactly it was, but I know we did at least like once, maybe twice.
I remember
college.
Yeah, I was definitely still in college. The first time I heard about you was through Justin Green because he was doing the design for Rebound with Sound.
Oh wow, okay. How ironic.
Which I want to talk about. We'll get to that later. The first time we met was at Posey's crib. We had come up there years ago, and you were just getting off work or something like that, but you came through with like a fucking bagel sandwich, you know what I mean, a coffee, and a nice, a little Rello, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right.
I'm sure that's the case.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's the case. Yeah, man. All right, that's dope. I remember those days. Yeah.
It's definitely a while back, but yeah, it's good to see you again, man.
Yeah, you too.
But yeah, for the listeners who don't know, Louie C. Rhymes, as it says in the name, hip hop artist. So one of the first questions I wanted to ask you, obviously, is just how'd you get into it? You know what I mean? Musical influences, kind of just the path that you've taken to get you where you are now.
Yeah. Thanks for asking. Wow, the path. It's been like started rapping when I was 19. It's been like a 13-year road. I'm 32. But from when I was 19 to I want to say like 20, not 30, probably till I was 30, I like was doing it like not taking it as serious as I could have been.
Just freestyling with the homies and just bullshitting.
Bullshitting. Not really hanging with the homies, yeah, but just bullshitting, just pretending I'm a rapper sitting at a desk getting stoned and drunk and not
Fair enough. We've all been there.
Yeah. And when you look back, you get upset about some of those times, but at the end that makes you who you are, so it's also a beautiful thing too.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
But yeah, man. So just partied a little too much, always like settled on my rhymes, like always just like settled, like whatever rhymed, like whatever worked. And then just started like really like wondering why like people were better than me and like why like I wouldn't get like attention.
Why am I not progressing?
Right. Why am I not progressing? And I started to think about it, and it was really just because I was pretty caught up in just partying and going out and drinking a lot and like, like not alcoholic, but probably
bullshit.
Yeah. Like catching myself on the way to like some next level like binge drinking that like I only want to do in college,
Yeah.
So like because I respect people, people who have an issue with alcoholism, like that's serious. I feel like I was lucky enough for it never to go there, but I was flirting with it.
Absolutely.
And yeah, so I ended up just being able to get out of that. At the time that I was getting out of that, I thought I was making great music. I ended up listening back to it. It's just like okay.
Yeah. We all got those vaults for sure. That'll never be heard by anybody else.
Exactly. Well, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You just got to do them. They're just stepping stones. But yeah, and then, basically when I decided to take it seriously 2 years ago, my life had kind of changed. I got to a place where I thought I wanted one thing in my life. I thought I wanted to be a career man, kind of blue collar worker, which I always was, and there's nothing wrong with that. I still am, and pretty much always will be, right?
Yeah.
But
well, let's hope not. But I feel you.
Right. But I have respect for that, and I understand that. But yeah, I mean, the attempt to get out of that is like a crab crawling out of a bucket. They'll pull you back. But I feel like I got out of it in terms of like deciding that I wanted to just do something different. And now I still, work and I still care about my job and do that. But I pretty much say that I'm a rapper and nothing else. At this point, My deal is honestly, if you ask me, my best music is my freestyles over other people's beats, which I hate to say it like that, but I'm as raw as you could get it, so that's how I'll say it.
No, I
Um,
feel you. I've heard your freestyles too, and I can, I can attest to that.
Thanks.
The
Yeah.
freestyles are very good.
I appreciate it. But yeah, so that's what I consider my best work. My stuff on Spotify. My last song that I put out, I finally feel like I'm okay with. It's not even great, but like I'm okay with. Like I would show it to anyone.
That's
But
BBK.
that's BBK. Yeah, that's
I
BBK.
do like, because like I said, I've been following you for a little bit, and I feel like a lot of your music, as goes with the title, because it's Boom Back King, right? Is what it stands for.
Yeah. Exactly.
I feel like to that, a lot of your music and a lot of my music as well is like just very, very much just bars. So when I,
Yeah,
I, I turned that on and I heard you doing little melodies and shit, I was like, all right, Louie C coming out the bag
yeah.
over here. I see. I fuck with it though. I like
Fair
that
enough.
song.
I appreciate that.
No, yeah, I
Thanks,
like that
man.
song.
Thanks. That means a lot. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with Spotify. You know, like just vibing with like a whole new scene now. Like, so I'll let you in pretty much where I'm at. Like, so that's that's what. Till I'm 19, I start the rap. Then I'm 30, I started serious. This last year, the pandemic, I start going viral, and I had gone viral in the past, but now I'm going viral on multiple things in TikTok mainly.
Yeah.
Um, and then I just make a rap about Kyle Rittenhouse, who is a racist,
And it pops off.
The Kenosha killer, and yeah, it pops off, and I get hate speeched, and I got 16,000 followers, and at this point, when I post on TikTok, I get 30 views, 60 views in 24 hours. I used to get 10,000. Um, it's a little frustrating because now it's like, wow, like people legitimately do control this. Like I've reached not that high of a level, but a level that seems to be being manipulated here,
Oh,
and
so
that's
you're hold not to cut you off. You're saying that because I wasn't aware of any of this. You're saying that that freestyle basically turned the people against you?
not turn people. I mean, some people, yeah, like there were some people who were hating on it, whatever, but there were other people who agree with it. But I'm saying that TikTok hit me with hate speech, and when they hit you with these
Oh,
violations, they hit me with hate speech twice because I also said I
I'm
want
not
to
on
say
TikTok, so you got to explain it a little bit. So,
yeah. So TikTok is in terms of the platform, it's the same as Instagram with videos. So basically, I post my raps there too. That's why I always make 1 minute raps. I kind of it's my style too. It's like quick, right to the point.
yeah.
Um, but I post I post that one on TikTok. It gets hate speech. That's the first time. Then they still so when you look at the videos, the way to measure it, when you look at the videos, you can see if it's been showed on FYP or not, or if people are coming from your directly from your profile page, or from like there's one other place that's direct. I forgot how it is, like messages maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
And on all my other videos, it said like 97% were coming from FYP. And now, ever since, so not that first hate speech with Kyle Rittenhouse, I got another one because I did say, uh, white people, stop posting quotes about what did I say? White people, stop posting quotes about Martin Luther King Jr. Saying that we all should be like each other when y'all motherfuckers don't know how to be nice.
Yeah. Facts.
That's what I said. That's what I said. Um,
And that got
and
flagged.
I posted that in a minute segment. Nothing
Yeah.
happened. Then I took it out of the minute segment, posted it again, and it went for like 20K in 20 minutes, and it
Damn.
got flagged. And when that happened, they turned me off. That's when they
Damn.
turned me off. And now, if you look at every one of my videos, the analytics, you'll see the the non FYP. It's not even there. It's not doesn't even show as a place that could be a source of traffic. They won't put me on the
Damn.
FYP. Yeah. So that was a huge source of my traction.
Yeah.
So I kind of got a little frustrated with that. Made a dope song about it called "On It," dropping not July, June 3rd. I believe
On
it's
it.
on Wednesday, June 3rd. On it.
So how long
Um,
ago did this happen? This was recent?
yeah, this was recent. This was in like 2 months ago. Because a year ago I hit almost a half a million there,
Damn,
and
nice.
I've hit 50, 60, whatever before other times. So it's like but again, this is the whole problem. Like the whole fact that I'm even talking about like the views and the shit. Like it's a problem. It's a problem. So
It's an unfortunate inevitability these days that we're in this social media era. You know, it's. I mean, I've been on the fence about like is TikTok worth it? Should I, you know what I mean? But I'm so old school minded. I'm just like, man, fuck this shit. I want to put in my cassette tape still. You know what I'm saying? With the Walkman, like fuck all this bullshit.
dude, I wish, bro. I mean, that would be sick. But that's kind of like NFTs are like, dude. That's why. So that's where this is leading, right? So like, I get frustrated,
Mm-hmm.
and I realize like I'm not gonna do this mainstream thing. They won't let me say what I'm saying because I'm
Yeah,
very raw,
they're
and
already censoring you.
I'm very for Black Lives Matter. I don't give a fuck about Joe Biden or Donald Trump. They're both disgusting to me. I think it's an oligarchy. For everybody who likes either one, God bless you. You can like whoever you want. I'll sit down at the table with a fucking Klansman and we can fucking, look at each other and make sure everything, dinner is warm and have a good time and that's it. I have no hate for you. But I am not going to censor myself.
Got
The,
you.
the, the idea that they made Black Lives Matter a political party state, it's ridiculous. It's just a black person's life that matters for a reason that's obvious. That's why there's attention drawn to it. Like, so I say these things the way that I just said them now. And for people who you and I both know,
People get offended
people get offended
or
to say that
triggered or
Black Lives
whatever.
Matter. It's like,
Yeah.
oh God, like I offended somebody that said somebody's lives
Yeah,
matter.
your world's
Oh
not about
God.
me. Well, I did want to ask you about your
Oh
White
man.
Lies song as well, which kind of goes into what we're talking about. Has that song
Yeah.
got any like flags or any bad feedback or anything like that? Not feedback, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Any triggered people
Yeah.
coming
I
at
mean,
you?
yes, very rare, seldom, but I've had a few.
Yeah.
Because they try to say that I'm blanketing all white people, and I'm literally particularly not in the chorus. I say, white people ain't the problem, just the ones who won't acknowledge it.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, but to be completely honest, I love the verses in that song. I think they're fabulous. That's one of the few songs that I like, but I hate the chorus. It's so bad. It grosses me out. It makes me throw up.
Hey man, shit happens.
You got him.
Shit
You got
happens,
him.
man. Yeah. But it's
But
funny
yeah,
sometimes, it's funny that you feel that way about that song because as you probably know, you probably hate that chorus, but some of your homies or a random person maybe even probably hit you up and was like, dude, I fucking
yeah,
love that. You know what I mean? It's so weird how that shit works, man. But
it's
as
true.
the creator, you're just,
Just like disgusting.
self-critical. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah,
I'm the same way, man. But
I
no,
hear
yeah,
you.
it's a good song. And you put that out last year when the whole George Floyd thing was kind of coming to a head, right?
Yeah, and I knew that was gonna make me look a certain kind of way, like because I guess like at that time I was more worried about people just trying to say that I was like trying to like what is it
Like
called, like
front.
bandwagon the movement,
Yeah.
yeah, like bandwagon the movement somehow, like. And I've been on this fucking movement forever. The thing is, I haven't been very good at rapping, and now that I'm good at rapping,
Use it as a tool.
I use it more as a tool, and it
Yeah.
gets a little bit more noticed by people who want to have a reason to confront me for good or bad reasons.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
I think conscious people like yourself and myself, we know that this shit's been going on, but the George Floyd incident, unfortunately, just kind of, unfortunately and unfortunately, magnified everything,
yeah, yeah.
and caused everything that happened
No way
last year.
around that. That's fair. There's no way around it.
And now this pandemic shit is just, everyone's going fucking crazy everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, dude, at this point, like, bro, I can put it's everybody make their own decision for themselves. Like, but I just like they're just gonna do like they're gonna send us all back. Like it never it was it's just a game. Like we're just playing a game. They're just gonna send us all back. It was never like there's no capitalism will always win the day. Like there is no in between. Like oh goodness, like yeah, people are not gonna go to work. No, people need to go to fucking Sabaros and get their pizza.
Yeah.
Like that's literally what it is. Like and like yeah, like I get it. I get it because some people find purpose in that and need that too. But like, I think what this pandemic taught us is that like there are a lot of things that we could be doing with our lives while doing our work, and I think that
And
that's a
work's not
fair
everything.
and work's not everything, and they force us to
We're
make
like
it everything.
programmed to think, yeah, like your life is about working. You come home and be a slug and fucking, you know what I'm
Right,
saying? Don't work towards anything else. Fuck out of here.
right, exactly. That's exactly right, and that's how they kind of continue to. make cogs in the system, or wheels, whatever you call them.
No, yeah, absolutely. But speaking of work, so you said you are still teaching currently?
I'm still teaching. I am actually working as an instructional coach. I work with a lot of different teachers. Um, yeah, I'm in the city. I'm vibing right now. I mean, I'm waiting to see what happens with next year. At this point, I'm looking forward to whatever happens with rap. Like with my job in teaching, I will always give it full, what I got to give it because it's my job and I
Yeah,
can't not have it.
you need
But
to eat.
rap is rap is what's most important to me. Like, and these people know it. Like, I've made raps for the office. Like, I've made physical education raps. The 10 Crack Commandments I turned into like
I was gonna
10 PE
ask you about
Commandments.
that, bro. That shit is fucking. What I'm gonna do, I think, is Zoom kicks out the audio for this shit. But before this pod, I definitely want to play that song so people can kind of get familiar because I
Okay,
like how that's your job, but your passion is hip hop, so you're blending the two.
that's what it had to be. I'll never forget deciding that I wanted to be a rapper so young, like, or wanted to rap, and being so afraid about the repercussions of everybody finding out about it. It was such a bad experience, and like I definitely made it up in my mind, just like the world is made up in my mind.
Yeah, yeah.
But um, wow, how sad is that? How unfortunate is that when I should have looked at it as something like an amazing thing that I stumbled upon that is doing something for me and helping me and making me grow. And instead of I was worried about because of like, the things that it was connotated with, I guess. And it's an unfortunate reality. But now I realize that, and I guess I'm more aware.
No, yeah. I mean, I can definitely relate. I'm definitely not the type of person that we all know those people who tell everyone I'm a rapper. Like, we're not even talking about music
Right.
though. Yo, I rap. It's like, all right, fam.
Yeah. Right.
Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I feel
I'm not that crazy.
no, yeah, I know. But I think everyone's starting out. We're all kind of like, insecure about what you're doing. It not even just musicians, really any artists. You just
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah.
learn to
Yeah.
kind of come into yourself, blossom into the butterfly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 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 Dude, and it's like, what does J. Cole say? J. Cole said something about there's beauty in the struggle in the life song. Fuck, I'm so bad with my memory.
Dude,
Um,
you're telling me. I've forgotten whole verses while performing.
yeah.
Literally.
Uh, I forgot the J. Cole song that I was thinking about,
You heard the
but
new album, Off Season? I'm sure you heard it.
yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great. A lot of people giving him shit. Haters, man.
Yeah, I like it, man.
It was fabulous. I thought it was great. Pride is a Devil is fabulous. Like
Yeah.
it's classic J. Cole. Yeah, and I'm happy for him, man. Like he really helped. It's funny because he's my favorite rapper. I totally dodged that in the beginning, but he's my favorite rapper. I used to say until I became a rapper, and now I'm my favorite rapper. And I think I'm the best rapper. I think I'm
What's
better
that
than
meme?
exactly, exactly.
um, no, yeah. I I can't argue with that, man. Do you just kind of like on J. Cole and shit? Do you produce all your own stuff too and engineer and all that stuff or
Nah, man. I had no musical training or background whatsoever. I engineer everything. I mix everything.
okay.
Um, and I master everything too, but that's it. I don't really produce. I add sounds. I've been fucking with this plugin called Ovox. Mad cheap. It's like $60 off Waves. You should buy it if you don't have it. It's like real time, like auto tune
O
is
Ovox?
Ovox, Ovox. It's like real time, like auto
OVOX.
tune, but it's
Okay.
like it's not auto tune. It's like auto tune on crack with all these different like presets and settings and voices. And
Is
yeah,
that what
man.
you use for BBK to sound all smooth?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Nice.
Not so when you hear me rapping regular verses, not no, but like the other voices that you
For
heard,
the
the
hook?
chorus,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, some Ovox in there.
Nice.
Um, but yeah, so I'm in a place now where I got frustrated with all the like way it was. I just kind of had a self-actualization, I feel like, and I'm just happy with who I am now. And I don't want to do it anymore because I'm so angry. I don't know if you see me in these freestyles, but I'll fucking rip somebody's head off because I am not afraid, because I will be the best rapper. Now, that's how a lot of rappers are. You have to be like that. If you're not
Yeah.
like that, then you won't be the best rapper.
Yeah.
But at the same point in time, I don't want to be a slave to the platform and channels that these Instagrams and TikToks are. Because at the end of the day, as many followers as they want to reward me with, it's bringing more traction to their platform, doing more for them than it is for me. I'm not
Exactly.
getting monetized for anything like that. So,
Exactly.
so I just feel like, wow, it's cool for one respect because you want to make content as much as you possibly can. You can't even go one fucking day without making 30,000 posts. You freak out. It's like annoying. Um, and it makes you better a little bit at your craft. But at the same point in time, like if you could concentrate on something a little bit longer, you might have something a little bit more conceptualized, a little bit more deep, a little bit more thought out. And I'm kind of in that place now where like that's what I'm gonna do. Like I'm just gonna drop songs at what the rate that I want to, and like I plan on releasing a lot of NFTs. Man, I'm fully into crypto, fully in love with the whole decentralization aspect of the blockchain,
Hmm.
uh, self governance, the ledger, everything. Just like I I would rather support them than put my money into traditional markets and all that.
Yeah, I feel you on
You
that.
know, because it's not even them. I feel like it's just everybody who puts in is supporting it in that way because it's decentralized. But um, anyway, yeah, I'm planning on dropping some NFTs. I got into this crypto community. I'm a brand ambassador for a DApp called Cypher. A DApp is a decentralized app on the blockchain that basically is going to be like TikTok of hip hop, where instead of you duet somebody who's rapping or beat like whatever video, there's a coded flow bot, automagic beat maker, that you press the button to generate a beat and it gives you a beat and you can keep pressing it. It'll keep generating and giving you beats. And then when you put the beat on, you put the headset on or whatever, and you rap on it on the beat. And then instead of posting it, you mint it onto the blockchain from there and you can sell it. And if you're
Mm.
familiar with the way that audio NFTs are being sold in what's called the metaverse, which is like my favorite thing in the world right now.
I'm really
Well,
not. So go into that a little bit if you can.
not in the world actually, but in the space right now. Uh, um, yeah, fuck. So yeah, I'm in this. I got pulled in by the head of the app, the DAO. It goes by Kinshasa, um, and he just brought me to his competition. They were doing some ciphers. They were throwing out some crypto. You should come, like if you ever want to. You're more than welcome. It's in Discord, and they're just like you're doing cipher competitions. As we build this app, we're whitelisting people to come on and test the app out for us and stuff like that, and like use it for themselves. And we're going to be live on mainnet in probably the next week or two.
Oh,
um,
damn. It's called Cipher, you said? Just
it's
spelled
called
normal Cipher?
with an I, cipher with an I, yeah.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, so that's pretty much the deal. I'm a brand ambassador for that, and I've been loving that. So I've just been like all up in the community. Like Discord's just kind of better for me. I feel like I don't know if you're familiar with Discord, but like so
Not
people use it
really.
for gaming. People use it for gaming, but like TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, like well, Instagram, TikTok, like they're all so like competition. Like they just put like it's whereas like the sharing, nobody wants to share each other's shit. It's like a competition. Like you could be good, but you can't be better than me.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas like on Discord, it's like
More of a community.
yeah, it's like a bunch of people who aren't haters, and
Word.
like
That's
some of
nice.
the some of the community is like fluff. Like you could see that they like are a little too nice to anything, right? Like
Yeah,
if
yeah.
if there's a bunch of rappers in a room, we might say like get the fuck out of here. But like if but they might not do that, and I respect them for that. They made the community. I
Yeah.
joined about a month and a half, 2 months ago, but I've been vibing with them. I've been doing it weekly. I do these ciphers. We have one tomorrow night. We have one Sunday night. If you
You just
want, just
log in and just freestyle with the Cipher, basically?
basically right now the way we have it on Discord, because the app isn't built for the group ciphers, is we do these events where like you sign up with a Google form if you want to rap. We can play the beat through the Discord app, and it'll play in real time in your headphones, and you can rap, and you'll rap on real time. And we can cipher, and we can group cipher too. That's what we do at the end.
That's dope.
Yeah. So it's pretty sick. So that's what we're doing right now. But the Thursday night shows there's no prize, but the Sunday nights it's 0.1 ETH, and 0.1 ETH has ranged from anywhere between $250 to
yeah.
$400.
That's pretty tight.
Yeah, so these guys are doing it, man. They're the shit. They really brought me in. They're essentially the guides to the metaverse in terms of my experience with it. The metaverse is the digital world. That's what it is. It's a variety of different digital worlds. There are different digital metaverses, metaverses which are digital worlds. Crypto voxels is an example of one. I'm absolutely obsessed with that as well. Basically, you have a person or body that you go in world with. It's some of the most expensive real estate that has ever been sold. It's digital real estate on the blockchain. In order to make this world, crypto voxels, a plan and map was developed, and they chopped it up. And they sold it for Ethereum, and it goes, some of it I think upwards for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and had been bought for that. So my guys, that the CEO, he bought space in crypto voxel, and we do, like, you could live stream Twitch or YouTube into there, and you can live perform. So I did it as a test once from Cypher, but I've been to a few other people who have done it, and I'm definitely going to be doing that. That's going to be like my new way of the game. Like, I'm going to be giving out NFTs. I'd rather like rap for like two people who want to listen than pay like money to be playlisted on like a general ambiguous playlist, to get like thousands of streams, and like you have no real aggressive listeners. You're getting like, one or two people to save your song, like, because that's the thing. The most aggressive thing is saves on Spotify and followers. So if you're not getting that, then
you're just getting streams. Yeah. It's like
streams,
fractions of a fraction of a penny.
Right. But if you're paying $300, $400 for playlisting placement, and that's cheap. So and I've been there. I've done that. So I'll own that.
Well, and I saw you have, because you're up in Brooklyn, right?
I'm in Brooklyn, yeah.
Okay, I'm actually coming to Brooklyn on Friday to see my brother. He just moved there like a couple months ago.
That's crazy. We should have did the show in the studio. That would have been sick.
I know, right?
You're in Florida right now, right?
Yeah, I live in Orlando. I honestly didn't even think about that till like right now.
That's fine. That's fine. It's easier that way. This right here.
But I saw you have a real show coming up too, right? Like a live performance.
That I'm excited about. I'm really excited about. That's in Jersey, in Atlantic City. I'll be at the Showboat. I think it's around 4 or 5 o'clock. It's actually at a Bud Festival.
I saw that. That's pretty fire. Literally, I mean, because it's legal up there, so.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, it's legal in New York now too. So I'm gonna be performing there. Really pumped about that. Getting a whole lot of merch ready: t-shirts, pins, stickers, masks, and just like trying to do some of that shit. Yeah, and we'll see. I'm excited for that. I performed in Queens last Friday. Small thing at a juice bar, but it was nice. 40, 50 people. It was a good time. I'm just that's the thing, man. Like, you get to that point too where you make all this content, bro. I got, if I screen share with you, bro, I got spreadsheets with tabs, bro, of different songs. And I got spreadsheets that are going into the 50 and 60 column and multiple tabs. So we're talking now you have all this shit, right? Now you got to go through it because half of it's at least half of it's garbage, right? Yeah. At least. So, and it's out. I'm saying that shit, it's all out, but it's shit that's garbage. Some of it's garbage. But
got to get it out of your system. You know what I'm saying? You'll be all right.
But I'm happy to say that, like, I got a good, I want to say like 25 1-minute songs that I jam, like my freestyles down, and my other like 3 favorite Spotify songs, which is Essential Hysteria, White Lies, and BBK. I memorized those like pretty hardcore so I could perform them too.
Well, yeah, given, I mean, being a stoner and given the shitty memory, I can relate to that, bro. How many times do you think you have to recite a verse, a 16-bar verse, to get it permanently etched?
It depends. It depends what I'm spitting. But yeah, it depends. Not that long, because I'm rapping now, bro. Like, I'm doing this like, bro, the first thing in the morning, I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning just to start rapping. Nice. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning just to start rapping. I got a fucking kid.
Yeah, I
So
wanted to ask you about that too. Being a new father, if that's changed your rap career at all, made you focus more, or if it's like taken away from it, give you a
I mean,
new direction.
it scares the shit out of you, you know, because you got to do more shit and you're
True.
still trying to rap. But it's awesome in terms of a motivation factor. Like my son's the coolest in the world, you
Hell
know,
yeah.
it's pretty
Young
awesome.
young Louis C. Rhymes.
Young Louie, baby, young Louie, baby. Yeah, he's the man. So it's been good. I mean, it's almost a year. He's going to be 10 months in June. But
Okay. Nice.
yeah, I mean, it's been good. I uh, I definitely can say though it's harder. You know, you gotta prioritize your time. You know, it is what it is. But you grow up, you do what you got to do. You want to do things for certain reasons. You know.
No, yeah, absolutely. I was actually watching the little mini doc that J. Cole put out with the new album, the off season, where he's talking about that. He had a conversation with like Pharrell or Timbaland or somebody where they were
I
saying,
didn't see it.
you know, watch it. It's pretty good. It's like 10 minutes, 12 minutes or some shit. It's not that long. But he's basically
Okay.
talking about how like coming up, he felt like he was a failure if he wasn't in the studio for like 12 hours a day or whatever. And he was like, man, he had a kid, I don't know how long ago, but he was like, at a certain point, I just had to prioritize my time, just like you said, like make a schedule. Fucking, I'm in the studio these hours. This is my family time. Like, you know what I mean? You
It's
gotta,
hard. No,
yeah, I can
it's hard.
imagine. I don't have that
But
problem
yeah,
yet, but you know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, teach his own. It is what it is. But it's man. It's I mean, the last thing I'll come out of left field with this one. So what's got me through the whole thing, and when I say the whole thing, I guess it's something that a lot of people run through, which is experiencing this like living in a country where there's such a split and a divide in the middle class. It's like constant with the racism and constant with the political shit, and it's just like, gosh, it's awful. How do you find peace? How do you find peace in this
Mm-hmm.
constant up and down? So I've been lucky enough. I met a person who is into the Tao Te Ching. I don't know if you ever heard of the Tao Te Ching. It's the most read book in the world besides the Bible, the Bible by force. But yeah.
Nah,
So
I'm not. I'm not. School me.
it's part of the it's part of the ancient Chinese culture, but it's not from China or in any way like idealistically made for Chinese society. It's just a kind of global book that addresses the way to go about living life, and it's a paradoxically written text that challenges like just the inherent belief system of the way that we interact and see each other and ourselves in the world.
Okay.
Uh, and it doesn't preach that one thing is better than the other. Um, it kind of preaches peace and naturalism.
It
Um,
sounds like the Four Agreements, which I've been reading for a second time recently.
okay,
It
I
sounds
mean,
similar to that.
it could be.
Not as old though.
Yeah, it's mad old. But yeah, so it's the yin yang, the classic yin yang,
Okay.
scenario, the classic balance, give and take. Like for me, it's about being able to be present. It's about being able to like be fully aware. Like when you get stuck in the desire of self and like, oh, Louis needs to make this many songs. Oh, Louis needs to get this many views. Oh, like I'm even thinking within myself, like it's problematic. Like I am not Louis really. And I know like this will freak people out. Like, oh shit, like he's crazy.
No, yeah, I
But
got
the
you.
craziest people in the world are often the ones that end up being smart later, right? So I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying I'm willing to say what I feel.
No,
Um,
I'm with you. You do mushrooms?
no, I never have. I never have.
All right,
I
fair
smoke weed, but
enough.
I don't do mushrooms. No.
You might like it.
Um, but yeah, I don't feel like there's a certain way that should has to be agreed upon, and like the need for validation and like the need for purpose in just like Lewis being there. Like I don't care. Like I'm in a different place now. I understand who I am. And I'm really just a conduit for the energy of the universe. And that's how I feel.
I'm with you, man.
So
That's I want to check that out now because it does sound very interesting. There's this book, The Four Agreements. What's his Don Miguel Ruiz, I think, is the author. But it sounds almost exactly what you're saying, but it comes from Hispanic culture. So their term for it is the mitote. It's like the soul of life, but it's
Okay.
all about just kind of like balancing everything, being a good person more or less. There's it's not important. Just look it up. If you're
Oh,
into that shit,
I'm into
you'll
that
probably
shit. I'm
like
into
it.
that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're into that, I'm sure you'll like it.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, I mean, that's where I've been at. It's been a fun journey so far. But how you been? What have you been doing with your music? You came out with a song recently. I saw, right?
Yeah, so the song and video "What Up" with my boy P Butter, I put that out. We put out the video April 1st. And it was I mean, I'm same as you, man. Like I work still. I work a 9 to 5, and then on my own time, I work on the podcast. I work on my music. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to learn beat production. I've been writing for probably same as you since I was 18, 19. But growing up playing drums, I was like, I need to make beats. Like I need to do it. It's in my blood.
Right on.
um,
That's dope.
but yeah, man, I mean, pretty much just what you said, just on the free time, kind of putting head down and fucking going for it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that song, "What Up," I don't know if you checked out that video.
I saw whatever was on
The
Instagram. There was a
clips.
video.
It
Yeah.
was check it
The
out when you
chorus
get
was
a
good.
sec.
That
It
was
was
that, that was what was on the Instagram, right? It was the chorus. It looked like a
it
chorus.
was I mean it was probably different clips, but it was the catchy parts, the hook, obviously. But
Yeah.
but I tried something different for once. Most hip hop videos are just, motherfuckers trying to look cool, fucking, what I mean, just doing
Right,
whatever,
right.
smoking weed and shit. But for this one, like the song's not really funny at all. But for the video, we tried to take it, what I mean, like Blink 182 route type shit,
Yeah,
like throw in
yeah,
some
yeah.
funny shit, you know what I mean? But yeah,
That's cool.
it was a good time.
Nice.
But yeah, man, let's keep it on you. All right. This is a K podcast, but this is the Louis C. Rhymes episode.
Fair enough. That's cool.
So I see you got the studio set up behind you. That's
Yeah.
you've been working out of there doing you record everything at the crib and mix it. You said you mix, master, engineer everything.
Yeah, I'm over here always
Nice.
with my shit on, just doing what I'm doing. Got the this is my
I've been seeing
baby.
that.
This is the TLM in there, and
I've been seeing that
what's that?
fucking the sphere fucking foam joint everywhere. What the
Yeah,
fuck? What is that thing called?
yeah. So that's the Chaotica eyeball. It's an overpriced sponge ball
It
with
just
a
goes
pop.
around the mic, right?
Yeah, it's $200.
Damn.
Um, when
You could
I
probably just
tell you,
make one of those shits.
you definitely can, and they sell another one for like $30. But like the kind of guy I am, I just
Said fuck
whatever.
it.
Um, it helped a lot with the mixing because here's the thing: I got this mic, I got this bitch right here, I got this
Okay.
bitch.
That's like a good podcast mic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is like what I use for my freestyles, but like for a while I was using that mic for basically everything and not using the good mic at all. And I was
Mm,
like, you know what? I need to like switch this shit up. So I switched it up, and now I'm using the good mic for like all my recordings, and then I'm using this mic for like when I go live on like Discord and shit, and like when I'm
okay.
streaming and all that, and um, out in the metaverse and hanging out.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I got this joint I'm talking on now is usually for the guests, and this is my rap mic.
yeah, of course, of course. You got to condense it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what that is. That's a condenser too.
Word.
Um,
But that
but
so
yeah,
the foam thing is almost like a reverse studio, sort of, right? Like instead of foaming up the walls, it kind of just brings the foam to the mic.
yeah, it's exactly what it is, and it does help make it crispier and
Sounds
flatter,
okay.
flatter. Like, but it's so flat that like when you manipulate it, when you mix it, you're kind of just working from something that I feel like is a little easier. Like I don't have to do as much.
True.
Like
It's like a
I
cheat
don't do
code.
much. I don't do much. No, I don't do much anyway. I think if you're using more than 5 plugins on a track, you're going a little too far.
Yeah.
But
Well, unless
um,
you get, I mean, some of these, unless that Atlanta sound is like a whole nother
well, some of
fucking,
these
you know what I
guys who
mean?
know and they're
If that's
running,
your
some of
sound.
these guys, Yes, and some of these guys who know what they're doing, they're running a lot of sends. Like you run, I don't know if you know sends. Well, you're running sends from tracks, and you're you're bussing a signal to a send, which basically is like being able to shove an effect on something to a certain degree, a little by little by little.
Word.
Um, and that's one of the main like techniques of like mixing. Um, and that's how you like generally like you put plugins around. Like instead of having like using the same plugin 30 times, you run a send from one plugin and you just use that same plugin to a certain extent on different things.
True.
Um, but
Share
yeah, that's
wealth a little bit.
yeah, that's just a little mixing knowledge. Um,
Well, I guess
yeah,
you guys got because I was thinking just with the like the auto tune sound. I mean, you guys got like a boogie and shit up there. Do you think being from New York makes you like New York bias?
I
I
don't
mean,
even I wouldn't know what an A Boogie song sounded like if it
fair
played.
enough.
I really
Fair
wouldn't.
enough.
That's no disrespect to A Boogie. He very well could be a good musician.
I know
I
he's popular. Like I don't jam his shit really either, but I know who he is. If I heard his voice, I'd probably recognize it.
Yeah,
Um,
I just like I think I rap like people from '94. Like I don't
well,
think I
you seem
rap
like
like
an old head too, definitely like me as well.
yeah, like I don't think I rap like I just like I rap the raw sound of my voice like it is what it is. So it's not that's the old way to do it. It's not the newer way to do it. I fucked with the auto tune shit before and had fun. Made a song called "The Come Down" on Spotify, but like that's another one that I don't hate it, but I hate it.
I
but,
dislike it.
but yeah, um, trying to
That's
think what
funny,
else.
man. Let me see the notes here.
Yeah, I guess I'm a little.
I mean, honestly, I think that was pretty much all I had, man.
Yeah, I
Question
mean,
wise.
definitely looking forward to.
Yeah, what can we look forward to from you? You know what I'm saying? And when shout out
Yes,
all your shit too before we log off, so everyone knows where to find you at.
yeah, so if you want to find me, like, come join me in Discord. Come join us in the app, in the Cipher app. Like, I would love to have you there, even if you like don't want to rap. It is not even a community of rappers yet. It's a community of like awesome people who put it together, and some of them are rappers,
Word.
um, but not like we don't have like rappers the way we're gonna have them. Because once
Here,
NFTs become a way that people use as a way to do proof of work and a way to timestamp things instead of copyright them. Um, if that happens, which I am a firm believer it
talking
will,
about that
was
joint.
that.
Is that the Discord you're talking about?
That's Discord. Yes, I am.
Okay,
Yes, that's yeah.
I'm gonna download it right now.
And when you go in there, I'll send you a link to after. It's called Cipher Collectible Hip Hop. Um,
I
that's
bet.
the name. That's the name of the group. But yeah, like if you spend some time, like you meet new people, like it's cool. Like so that's where I've been at. I've been performing for them. I've been doing the competitions. I'm really trying to engage with them. Honestly, like I want to buy their NFTs too. Like the way that this NFT thing works is like it's the middleman is gone. So now you get to directly support an artist. It's
Mhm.
like betting on an artist. So if Louis C. Rhymes decides to come out with an NFT that he wants to sell for 0.2 ETH and people will say that's crazy, I wouldn't they would put that song on streaming platforms, whatever. Yes, they would. But if you have it as an NFT, world application where it's a ticket to my show or something, whatever. But
Hang on,
even
you,
if it's not,
you
it's just a
froze up.
proof
You
of work
froze
of
up for a
investment in
second.
me.
You froze up for a second. Can you back up a little bit?
Oh, sorry.
You froze. So
Sorry.
I
So
missed a
yeah,
little
so I'm just
segment of
trying to
that.
say like no, it's fine.
Damn, it's doing it again, man.
I'm trying to think of it's a way to give yourself proof of is it working?
It keep
Is it working?
fuck. I think it's my internet, bro. It's good
Yeah,
now.
I hear you.
You hear me
I hear
fine?
you.
Okay,
Yeah, I never lost you.
my bad.
As long as it's good. It's fine.
Now we're good. Yeah, yeah. Now we're good.
Um, so yeah, the blockchain NFT thing is just a way to invest in an artist, and if you invest
God damn it.
is uh not famous, basically not popping, not established yet, and I do pop off, that's another reason why it would go up. But it's also just to support people that you think deserve to be supported. And that's kind of awesome. It's kind of like the way you like put your Cash App on Spotify or put your Cash App on like social media platforms. Um, but except like, crypto is direct because it's all digital. You can, that's like in Discord, you'll be able to send and receive crypto, and then you can send that to a wallet, an actual crypto wallet, and take it out if you wanted to.
Word. Yeah,
It's nuts, man.
I'm still figuring all that out. I have like Bitcoin, Ethereum, a couple other ones, but I had my buddy on the podcast who explained bit like or tried to explain to an idiot like myself fucking crypto, Coinbase, the wallets, and you know what I mean? I'm still trying to figure it all out. I got some, so it's it's doing its thing, but I haven't spent any yet. I never really knew what to spend it on. So I guess this kind of would go into that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't see crypto as the savior, although I do like it and it's like concept. I see the blockchain as the more important piece. I don't see the
Just what it's
blockchain
operating
technology.
on.
Yeah, yes, that is more important than the actual currency. The currency will have its significance and purpose, but I see the significance and purpose of the blockchain carrying over to so many other places, particularly where every single transaction is made. Any transaction that needs to be made on an honest ledger. There will be no more games. There will be no more hiding. There will be no more power that can be shifted and held, and it's all transparent. So I like it for that. Um, and yeah, that's what the NFT is kind of taking advantage of, the same technology, except instead of making a currency, they're making a non-fungible token.
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin is a fungible token. You can replace Bitcoin with Bitcoin and it'll still be Bitcoin. NFTs are artwork that are represented by tokens on the blockchain.
It's unique.
They're unique. You can't replace them with each other. The coins are different from each other.
So when you sell a song as an NFT, essentially you're selling that MP3 or WAV file.
Yes, you're selling that WAV file, but now you can do something called an unlockable, where you can put merch in with that. You can give them physical merch.
True.
So let's say you charge 0.1, which is like a lot and expensive for me. But
Yeah.
if I was trying to get someone to buy it like that, or 0.05, even that'd be 150, I might put like a shirt, a sticker, a thing, and then give them the wave. But the other thing that I've been considering doing is giving full commercial rights. So I'm considering making one of one NFTs and giving full commercial rights to the NFT and putting it out for like 5,000, 10,000. You want to buy it and it turns into 1 million, it's all yours. But you pay me 5, 10 grand right for the spot. And it's either a music video or it's a full song. I'm willing to part with my music for that. That's music that will help. That's money that will help me live. I don't
Well,
view
and
my
it's
music
just
as
it. You're talking like just a song at a time, not like you're signing
right.
some bullshit contract or whatever.
Right. And the thing
Gotcha.
about it is, which is beautiful, is that ready? I sell that for 5 grand as an NFT, let's say 1.5 ETH. I don't know. Somebody else comes along and buys it, and then after that, they decide to sell it for higher than they bought it for. Somebody else buys it. When that person buys it the next time, there's a certain percentage built into that NFT
That's
that
what I've been hearing.
every single time it gets transferred, the original creator of the NFT gets a percentage.
It's like a
That
royalty.
that is fucking royalty.
And
That
you as the creator, you set that percentage?
Yes, and
Okay.
I think the standard amount to receive back is 10 or 15%, and that's what I would go for. I would just take whatever the community made
Yeah.
as a standard. But yeah, I am. I don't know. It's the biggest problem for me is like how much am I going to price them at? Because I don't want to be rude or disrespectful to people. I want everybody to get some, but there are some that like I'm kind of thinking about it like the amount of man hours it takes me, like the amount of work I put into it, like. That's how
Absolutely.
much. That's kind of what I'm going to price it at. Like, and I'm not going to be rude about it, but that's kind of what I'm thinking like an hourly. If somebody paid me 50 to $100 an hour, what would I charge them? So
But
that's
also with the royalty aspect, I mean, you would assume with each sale the price would go up, so then your royalty also kind of increases over time too. So
right. If it does,
that's
if
pretty
and if you
fire.
get traction. So I think the biggest piece right now is you're not going to be able to move and sell NFTs if you don't participate in a community, because the people in the community are the ones who you're going to support. And I will tell you straight up, if I make 1 grand tomorrow off of an NFT, I will take 500 and I will look at the people who bought from me and go directly to their collection and see if I could buy something from them, because that's how I want to play.
Yeah.
Like this is a really cool opportunity to be able to just cut out all middlemen, and like it takes no physical time and effort. Like it's on your phone. Like you don't have to go to the store. You don't have to go, like normally looking at art is like looking at fucking, you have to go to a museum.
Yeah.
Uh,
Big ass painting.
yeah, exactly. Like, and then people are like, well, what's like, at least I could take the Mona Lisa home and I can own it and like, and I can look at it or whatever. It's like, yeah, everybody, has an opportunity to own the Mona Lisa, but everybody can still look at it. Like, not everybody owns it.
Yeah.
Look at it. And that's the same thing as an NFT. And
Yeah.
that's the other thing. Like, I'm going to come out with the full music video, I think, sell it as an individual with commercial, sell it as a single NFT with commercial rights. Um, and see what happens and just like go for it.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, it's all you
so
can
yeah,
do, right?
don't
It's just trial and error, experiment.
exactly. And whatever happens, the thing is, like, you got to be, I'll be 100% about is there is a cost to do what's called mint and NFT. Minting is the process of putting it on the blockchain.
It's like
If
creating it almost, right?
yeah, if you if you mint on OpenSea, which is one website, that will be free after you do it, I think, the first time. If you
Mhm.
mint on Rarible, there's another website. It's like every time. Um, and then I heard there was this other NFT 42 website that, because supposedly, like, when you sign up for these companies like Rarible and OpenSea, you can put your collection in there and sell things from it. But when things get sold, it all goes to that platform's credit. Like, they sold it. But when you do it through this NFT 42 other thing, and you create the NFT that way, um, it goes to your name's record. Like Louis C. Rhymes made this sale, and
Mhm.
that's what people, collectors particularly, are looking at, is the number of sales the wallet got. And you're not going to see the wallet if you're putting the NFT out and minting the NFT through one of those big websites that made it a little bit cheaper for everybody to mint.
True. So they're kind
So
of
that's
checking you.
yeah, that's part of the game. That's part of the game. But you know, it's crazy. The market was nuts today. I bought Ether at 2K. I can't lie. I bought Ether at 2K this morning. I got so lucky it was that price. I was like, oh my god, where am
I
I?
saw it taking a dive earlier. I haven't been keeping tabs too closely. I've just been
Yeah,
casually checking.
it was at like 4K at 30, 3600, whatever, 37
Like
for
a
a
couple days ago, and then
yeah. So we'll see. I mean, the American government's just going to continue to print money until all our fucking shelved goods in our grocery stores are $30 to $40. So
yeah.
let the games begin.
For real.
Um,
That's why we gotta start growing our own food, man.
hell yeah, that's a great idea. I'm with that.
I was
I got
just
it.
talking. You ever seen those little arrow gardens? One of my homies grows like little microgreens and shit.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, my sister actually does that too. I was like, damn, I'm fucking up. I'm behind
Hi.
it. I'm behind the game, bro.
Yeah, me too. I'm not even in that. I would love to get some like basil going.
Yeah, exactly. Like basil, you can do mint, any sort of, little herbs and shit like that work perfectly.
Yeah.
But before we get out of here, man, shout out all your shit. Let people know where they can find you.
Yeah.
Uh, all that.
Definitely. Thanks, man. So yeah, definitely check me out on all the social media platforms. Every single one, my name is the same. It's Louis C. Rhymes, Louiec Rhymes, no spaces, no tricks. And and I'm on Twitter. If you want to find me nowadays, I'm not going to be on Instagram and TikTok too much until the DApp that I'm an ambassador for goes live, and then I'm going to really start being back on that social media, trying to pull people into the DApp. But I'm not really interested in giving them more traction. I have no use
Yeah,
for them at
I
this
feel
point,
you.
and I dispose of them. Um,
Use it to your
and
advantage.
exactly. So hit me up on Twitter. I'll be there. Twitter, you'll see I kind of have like a little different of an identity because I am Louis C. Rhymes in the metaverse. I am creating another character who will be my alternate identity in the metaverse, which I will not say yet because
All right, all right,
it's
all
kind of a
right.
big deal to me. It's something that I put a lot of work in, and thinking about the storyline and everything. And so like just my journey with like starting in this like crypto community NFT thing, which has like been awesome. So yeah, find me on Twitter if you're looking for me. Other than that, yeah, man, I'll be all over
Twitter is also Louis
LouisCRhymes.com.
C. Rhymes.
Twitter is also Louie C. Rhymes. And then
Okay.
my website is louiscrhymes.com, which is like all my videos that have been on YouTube and TikTok and all that, and my songs. And June 3rd on it. And look forward to a exclusive music video NFT 1 of 1 drop for
Hey,
that.
coming soon, bitch.
Coming soon, maybe. On that note.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, man. I appreciate you being here, man. The K motherfucking podcast, Louis C. Rhymes, episode 46, bro. Much love. I'm gonna be busy with family and shit most likely, but if I'm free, I'll hit you up when I'm up there this weekend, man.
Hell yeah, man. See what happens. Maybe it'll work out.
That's what I'm
We'll smoke a
saying.
blunt.
Hey. All right, brother. I'm gonna talk to you soon.
All right, bro. Be good.
Peace.
Peace.